So this is all of my Blood Angels. This is my entire fully painted Blood Angel force. I actually had one pre-recorded already, but I've actually painted more stuff since then, so I thought I'd do an updated version of it. So everything you see here is what I've done over the past, I guess, maybe 3 years, and actually quite a bit of it was done over summer. So let's get into it. I've also got my pile of shame as well to show you after the army video. Yeah, hopefully this will interest you. So let's start the showcase then.
There is no shelter for those who oppose the Imperium of Man.
So I've divided my army up into 2 sections. We've got the standard, regular, small marine dudes, and then we've got the Primaris guys over here. So let's start with the regular marines, and we'll start with the HQ choices, or the character models. And we've got 5 of them. We've got a small Diddy Lieutenant here, that's actually one of my old Space Marine, Ultramarine sergeants that I've just kind of painted to be Blood Angel. We've got a converted chaplain here that I've shown off in a previous video. We've got a lieutenant slash captain with jump pack here, and with power fist and storm bolter. Death Company captain with or smash captain back in 8th edition. He's got a thunder hammer and a storm shield. And then we've got a... Ooh, he's fallen over. We've got a chaplain with jump pack. Moving behind them, we've got 2 squads of tactical marines. One is like a classic Assault and Blackreach style combat squad. And then we've got a 10-man tactical squad here with a flamer and a melter gun. I don't normally take these, to be honest. I do honestly prefer intercessors. That's quite controversial, but I really do enjoy the kind of scaling of them, and that kind of does it for me, really. But I do like to bring these sometimes. I've done a kind of nostalgic list, and I've used mostly just Firstborn Marines, just because back when I started in 5th edition, those are the kind of guys that I used. And behind it, we've got some elite choices. There is a Sanguinary Ancient, and then behind it is a 10-man squad of Sanguinary Guard. And then we've got these 12 Death Company Marines, all with jump packs. Most of them have chainswords and bolt pistols, but there's a few power weapons kind of thrown in there just because why not? I know there's 12 guys there, but before 9th edition you could take them in squads of 15, I think. Behind it we've got the cool stuff. We've got this Devastator squad of all las cannon. It's a very old squad. Again, it's one of my sort of earlier sets that I got when, you know, maybe like 10 years ago or so now. Back in the day, loved las cannons. I wanted my Ultramarine force to have as many las cannons as possible. So here's kind of an artifact from my old Ultramarine army, just 4 guys with las cannons there and a Devastator sergeant. And then next to it we've got an assault squad, 10-man assault marine squad. Honestly, never used them. I don't really see a point at the moment. I know there was a list, I was talking to one of my friends about it, where they had a 5-man squad of assault marines that just kind of jumped around doing actions. But I've never really used them, so maybe I should. I don't know. They look the part though, and they're on sort of bigger bases, so they kind of fit with the scaling a bit better when I'm playing with Primaris models. Behind them we've got the Dreadnoughts and a Bell Predator with the Flamestorm thing. I actually quite enjoy using the Bell Predator. It's a fun unit to use. I've only used it a few times because I recently had it unpainted, but now I managed to paint it within, well, maybe 2 weeks ago now. So that's looking pretty good. And then the Death Company Dreadnought, which is pretty cool. Don't usually use him as often as I'd like, but he is there. And then we've got the Librarian Dreadnought that I use all the time. Had a game with 1,000 Suns actually recently, and unfortunately he didn't do very much because his powers got denied. So yeah, probably shouldn't be bringing Psychers against 1,000 Suns. He's just a bog standard Librarian. Usually give him the quickening and wings. He's a converted Ironclad, if you're wondering. You've probably seen this before. I made a Blood Angel video a while back that had a few of these guys in it. That is the Firstborn Marines. So let's move on to the Primaris.
We are the bringers of death!
So here are the Primaris Space Marines. So to start with, we've got these 3 guys. We've got a Gravis Captain, a custom Lieutenant that I had with some spare bits. I made him with spare bits. And then we've got the Indomitus Lieutenant. His helmet is not gold, I know. I couldn't be bothered to paint. I honestly tried to get him out as quickly as possible when I was at uni. So there's him. Use this guy a lot actually, mainly because he's my only painted Primaris dude. Primaris Captain at least. And I do like Gravis. Like giving T5 is quite nice. And then just, yeah, the lieutenant guy is just there for... He's a cheapo lieutenant with a master crafted power sword. Probably the bolt rifle would be better, but I gave him the power sword, and I want to play WYSIWYG if I can. Anyway, behind it we've got 3 squads of assault intercessors. One of them has 6 guys because there's a converted spare intercessor that I had, which I did actually for a painting tutorial on this channel that you can check out if you want. I think 2 of them have plasma pistols, which is these 2 on the sergeant, and then this one's just a bolt, heavy bolt pistol one. Love these guys. They look really cool, I think. Very Blood Angel-y, and they do the business sometimes. I just like chainswords. I prefer them over the regular intercessors. And speaking of the regular intercessors, we've got 20 of them. They're all just regular bolt rifles. I'll just use them really just to flesh out kind of my core. I don't think I've ever taken all of them, because now the assault intercessors are here, I usually use them over these guys. And then next to it, we've got a 5-man squad of Death Company intercessors. Fun fact about my models is that this is the only unit that actually uses the intercessor kit. All of these guys are either easy build intercessors from that one issue of the Conquest magazine, the 199 one that came out a while back, and the Dark Imperium, No Fear starter set. So all these intercessors are just built from those 2 kits because money. They have auto bolt rifles actually, so that's the only one that isn't from that. And then behind we've got some of the more interesting units. We've got a 6-man squad of Inceptors here. Really like the look of these guys. The bases are done by my brother and they look really cool. Usually take them, I don't normally take 6, maybe the squad of 4 I've done before, and I just don't really have the points to take all these guys really in a 2K game. The easy build aggressors, that do they sell them anymore? I'm not sure, but I do have them here. Flamestorm gauntlets, pretty fun to use I think. Then behind them 2 Redemptor Dreadnoughts. The paint scheme is a little bit different on them. I actually really kind of rushed this one on the right here. I wanted to kind of paint it up for a 2K or Primaris game. So that's why he's a little bit scuffed. And this guy isn't really painted great. One thing about me is when it comes to painting, I'm more of an army painter, and I just want to paint it as quickly as possible so I can play with it and it doesn't look too bad. So that's kind of my kind of philosophy for painting Warhammer miniatures anyway. We've got a squad of 5 Hellblasters, which I've recently done. They just have the standard plasma incinerators, the rapid fire ones. I like the blue helmets. I'm quite a fan of like the Blood Angels having those different helmet colors for what role, the battlefield role they play. And then at the back we've got a squad of the least Blood Angel thing that you can get in the Space Marine Codex, I think. Maybe one of the least. Yeah, so we've got the Eliminators here. Just a 3-man squad. I got these for a Christmas present, I think, actually, last year, and I only just painted them. I thought I couldn't really see myself using these guys, especially with Blood Angels, but actually they're quite useful. And now that I've painted them and I've played with them a few times, doing the mortal wounds and character shooting is very useful. So there we are.
Die, heretics!
So now you see my painted collection. Let's take a look at my pile of shame that I've nicely set up for you to have a look. We've got 4 lonely Death Company guys that are actually fully painted, but they haven't been based. So I guess I could have put them with the painted stuff, but the basing isn't the same, so I put them in this pile. Thunderhammer guy, just some chainsword, and a handflamer guy here, power sword, Inferno pistol. Pretty interesting. Behind it we've got another Sanguinary Ancient. Actually one of my friends just kind of gave me a few of his Sanguinary Guard. I was like, I don't want them, so have them, so I'm not going to say no to that. But he doesn't have any wings, and he has been painted quite nicely actually, but he's just kind of there until he's got wings. Then maybe I'll use him, but I already have one, so who knows. Anyway, behind it we've got a 10-man squad of Death Company Marines with no jump packs and no bolt pistol or chainsword. The bolt guns are a questionable choice, but at the time I thought they looked really cool, and this was like at the end of 7th edition I think I got these guys. So pretty old models, and they just kind of sit there now. I don't really use them, so which is kind of sad, but hey, they're all painted, fully painted actually, but just not based. So again, same situation with the Death Company at the front earlier. And moving down to the not based, should I say? Oh, this guy is not having a good time, is he? Oop, do that. These are the, I guess, base guys. They're just kind of painted red and a few details have been done. 2 random intercessors here that I had spare. Behind them we've got a 5-man Reaver squad with the bolt carbines, I believe. Haven't used them at all. They're from actually the Kill Team starter set, and I didn't really know what to do with them. So hey, they've been primed, and that's about it. We've got another squad of Hellblasters. Again, can't really see myself using them. Maybe get a 10-man Hellblaster squad, but yeah. And then we've got at the front here another assault squad. It's just a 5-man. Got combat shield and power sword sergeant there, the one that's kind of janky and gonna fall over in a bit. So it'd be nice to paint them, I think. For a Crusade game, might be really cool having like the yellow helmet assault marines come down, because I'm a fan of that. Then we've got a Blood Angel Terminator captain whose Iron Halo has fallen off. So that guy needs doing. I'm sure when I paint him, when I get around to painting him, I keep saying this when I get around, we all say this, but I think he'll be really fun to use. The only Terminator guy that I actually have, so that'll be interesting. And then behind, we've got a lonely lieutenant that I never actually got around to finishing, and he's still on the old base, so that's got to be sorted out, but hey, maybe I'll do that, I don't know. And then we've got here a squad of 5 Death Company Marines. They're kind of the leftover from the Intercessor kit that I bought. Again, I should really paint these because I think they'd be very nice. So very nice to have a 10-man squad of Intercessor dudes. And then behind it, we've got 4 Sanguinary Guard, again from my friend that just kind of gave me some Sanguinary Guard. And then next to it, we've got another Reaver squad. These are actually converted. I think I've shown these off in my uni video. But yeah, they're just kind of like converted Reavers that I just had lying around. And then at the end, we've got this Indomitus Captain from the starter set, and behind it we've got a squad of 5 Assault Intercessors that have been slightly converted with spare bits from the Intercessor sprue. I guess I might paint them, but having 3 Assault Intercessor squads is it's kind of enough for me at the moment. But if I get a little bit more hungry, then let's throw in a 4th one. And then just for good measure, look at that. The Fragstorm launcher that I can't even use because I don't have a Furiosa Dreadnought, but that's just there anyway because it was in the box. That is my pile of shame. That is my army of shame, I guess, because it's not a pile anymore, but hey, hopefully that will inspire you to paint stuff. How did I do actually? Maybe is your pile bigger? I think my pile is actually pretty small. I don't think it's too bad. Nothing's left on the sprue, which is a good thing, but it is still there, so there we go. So hopefully you enjoyed that little video. That's my entire Blood Angel collection that I've got here. If you want to see more, I've got Astra Militarum and Death Guard, which I don't think people have seen. So if you want to see another army showcase, I'm happy to make one. Yeah, sorry about the uploads as well. I have not really been uploading much because I've been working my ass off over summer. And I just can't be bothered to do anything when I get back from work. So there we go. But yeah, if I feel like it, I'll make some videos, and this is one video that I thought I'd do. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.